Tucson police were involved in another officer-involved shooting this weekend. The shooting involved a suspect who pulled off an armed robbery and ended up shooting at officers in broad daylight. News 4 Tucson's Lupita Murillo is live from TPD headquarters with the very latest. Lupita.
3 TPD officers are involved in the latest officer-involved shooting. There were 3 locations, and we're told each time the suspect shot at the officers. The suspect was shot in the parking lot of the CVS at Broadway and Prudence. Today, the Pima Regional Critical Incident Team closed off the road and took measurements and pictures of the crime scene. Prior to the suspect being shot, he's shown here taking shots at officers in front of the Jiffy Lube. Luckily, it was closed. Officers can be seen trying to take cover as they tried to stop the suspect. As all this was going on, residents whose property is next to the businesses were mortified. Catherine Simmons says that the usually quiet neighborhood was anything but that on Sunday.
And it started far away. You could hear sirens and then the shooting and then more sirens. And so it just kept getting closer and closer to be right behind our back wall.
Close by, another neighbor tells News 4 Tucson where the suspect was shot was 20 feet away from where his kids play in the backyard. Luckily, his wife and children had just left to go to church. He worked from home and was on the phone when the shots rang out.
Luckily, they were gone, and because from what I heard, that the guy was just shooting like crazy everywhere. I mean, I could have been hit.
Mike Story represents the 3 officers involved in the shooting. He tells News 4 Tucson the suspect was also involved in another violent robbery on Saturday.
They've identified this is the same guy who the day before went into a gun shop or pawn shop, stole a gun with a box of ammunition, and snatched it and ran. And as the shop owner was chasing him, he literally loaded this weapon and then turned and pointed the weapon at the shop owner. So this guy had some training in that way.
There's been no update on the suspect's condition. Currently, the officers are on leave with pay, and that's standard procedure when there's an officer-involved shooting. Reporting live from TPD, Lupita Murillo, News 4 Tucson.